Hello everybody, this is KL Tech Nerd. Today I'm going to be talking about the part of my nuclear factory that's going to build alkylate aluminum sheets. Now this was a fairly interesting and one of the more complex processes of Satisfactory, and I think I pretty much did really good at it, even though I think I went way overboard. To see what I mean, let's go talk about it. I'm going to start off my factory tour with my refineries. Now, everybody who saw the last video might remember that I did move the batteries that were right here. I figured that with getting the refineries in here, it was a little more difficult to keep the batteries, so I just got rid of them. And what I ended up doing is putting all of the taller buildings in this section of the building. So from the outside, it looks pretty even. This is what I used to film something else that everybody's going to probably see earlier, so I can just get rid of this. If you look at the building from the outside, it can look very even if this one main room is very different, because it does house a lot of the taller buildings. It still can have the distinctive floor look. That's one of the ideas that I wanted to do in the design. This is the center, so right above where the floor is, everything's going to be pretty clean. I'm probably going to eventually move some stairs up here because otherwise this whole middle part is not really being used. And since it's kind of a main walkway, it makes sense to me to have stairs there. I just didn't right now because on the basement floor at least, I really can't, because that's kind of where all the items are stored. So that's where we get that from. Now this tour is going to start right here where I'm going to talk about the refineries. So in the refineries, I'm taking a lot of bauxite and then mixing it with water. I did mix the water in with these coal generators, which just shows that the bottling method that I was showing earlier, where water is getting packaged down there, brought up here, unloaded, is still making it so I don't need any pumps in this factory, and it's really working out very nicely. The refineries are linked in here, so the bauxite's mixing with water, and then there I'm getting alumina solution. The silica, unfortunately for right now, I'm disposing of, because otherwise it would clog up the system. Now, right here I'm doing the same in another. So I have 240 aluminum solution getting made. And yeah, alumina solution getting made. Now, the alumina solution is going here and then getting mixed with coal, which I also got brought in from the coal factories, in here to make aluminum scrap. Now, this is an interesting thing, since I have one building. Right here, I have water that's getting unloaded now, so the system doesn't clog. I need to get rid of the water. So what I ended up doing was taking this machine, which uses 45, this machine, which uses 45, to get rid of 90 water per minute. Now, that's not exactly what I need to do because of the 120. So what I'm going to do is link up a refinery using the alternate pure iron ingot recipe to get rid of 20 water. And then I'm going to do the same with copper to get rid of more water. So I have these two generators that are burning off some water, 90, and then these two that are going to be using it to make more ingots, but I'm probably going to end up sinking the ingots because, as you can see, I have plenty of ingots and plenty of resources going through here already. And I did end up maxing out this belt too, right here. So I have 780 copper ingots getting made. So I'm not running short on resources. And if ever this goes and then backs up, it'll start making it so the alumina factory cannot run. So I just am going to probably sink those, because then that way I can get rid of them and not have to worry about the excess in resources. Which means I'll also be getting a continuous power from these two generators. And I'll continue getting alumina solution from these. Now, everything's going up here to where I did build a new factory. I have a lot of silica getting made here already, so I'm not running short on silica. And I'm not even really worried because right here, I have more than enough. So hence also why I'm going to be sinking the other silica, because if that backs up, then I'm going to get no more alumina solution. But then the only way that this stuff's getting used is in wrong factory. These machines. So the silica's coming over here and getting mixed with aluminum scrap to make the aluminum ingot. So I have these things that are getting mixed together. And the problem that I could run into, and I did with the version 1.0 of my factory, is the silica would go in here and then get used up, but then it would start backing up. So what would happen is that this would get full, that would pause, and then these machines would pick up the slack and make too much silica, so then not enough was getting disposed of over here. Now, I'm probably going to end up doing another aluminum factory because I kind of like the aluminum factory and I need a lot for the mega project I eventually would like to work on. So I'm probably going to build an aluminum factory that's just for aluminum. And at that point, I can find out a nice ratio to be able to get rid of it here. But right now, no. I don't want for it to back up because the aluminum's going to get used for heat sinks. And then the heat sinks are going to be used to dispose of the nuclear waste. I would rather waste the resources and sink them rather than have it back up and not be able to get rid of enough nuclear waste. That's just kind of part of what my thoughts are. And right here is the final step. I have the assemblers that are taking the aluminum ingots and copper ingots and then making the alkylate aluminum sheets. Now, if I turn this on, I can run all 8 of these and get more than enough aluminum. And here's goes back to what I was talking about before. So right here, I am going to have 2 machines running making heat sinks. They need 37.5 sheets. So for 2 of them, I need 75. Just one of these machines only needs 75. But one of these clusters, one of these machines, is making 120. So I'm going to be having more than enough machines making the resources. So I don't even really need the overdrive for it. But I figured it'd be better to have more than enough aluminum and not have to worry about disposing of the resources than have too little and then run short. And I kind of like the aluminum anyway, and it gets used for a lot of belts. So if you're doing this at home, then you know that if you have 4 machines that are each making 30 alkylate aluminum sheets, that's 120. So if you do that twice, it is 240. So you can do 240 sheets per minute. I mean, that's a lot over what I need, but it's one of those resources anyway that when I'm working on the project, I would rather have more of and not know what to do with it rather than have too little and then always constantly be looking for resources. One more thing to note. The reason why I split up my factory the way that I did is because right here, you get alumina solution at 120. Because I have 2, I'm using all of it to make aluminum scrap. Because 120 plus 120 is 240. But if I wanted to still do the overdrive system with the aluminum, all I would need to do is shut off one of those refineries, and then I would get half as much of the aluminum. Now, it's still more than what I need for this factory, but it would still be splitting everything by half, so it would still kind of fit in with the overdrive system. Thank you so much, everybody, for watching. I hope everybody liked this video, and I hope that somebody finds this video useful and helpful. If you like this video, please consider subscribing. It'll really help out the channel, and it'll let you know the next time that I create a video. And please also consider hitting the like button, because it really helps out, and it lets me know that people indeed do like these videos. Thank you so much, everybody, for watching. Have a wonderful day, and I will see everybody in the next video. Bye.